is Abigail Fraher here with Breaking Glass Pictures and Kitesurfing TV. I'm here with Carl Bressler. How are you doing?
I'm excellent, Abby. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You have some exciting things coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about them? You're a longtime businessman here in LA who switched to acting and is killing it from what I hear.
Yes, I'm very lucky this year. I've been in 6 feature films and TV shows so far, with another film coming out coming up next month called The Lost Coast. But on the 27th of this month, I'll be in Sci-Fi Channel's Zombie Nation playing a Mexican cartel leader named Don Francisco. Earlier this year, I was in the CBS pilot Battle Creek, Vince Gilligan, David House, and Bryan Singer directing.
That's amazing. And what made you want to move from the world of business into acting?
Well,
what prompted that?
There's an old blessing. And the blessing is that you should die all used up, which means that every part of you should have a chance to blossom. So I've been very fortunate in business in Los Angeles for the last 35 years, since I came here as a baby. Okay. And I decided it was time to see what I could do in front of the camera and to work with some of the people, the legends who I've always respected watching, and see if I could hold my own in the ring with them, so to speak, on set.
That's amazing. That's excellent. And are you still doing business now on the side, or have you completely kind of given that up and moving to acting now?
I'm still lucky to be one of the owners of Jones Restaurant, which we've had open for 21 years at Santa Monica and Formosa. Yes. There's some other businesses, but I'm not going to talk about those today.
Take the business hat off. We'll stick with acting.
But here at the American Film Market, I'm very lucky to be in a film called Erasing Eden, directed by the brilliant filmmaker, editor, Beth Dewey, D-E-W-E-Y. So that film's being sold here. I think it's going to impress everybody when they see it now this week, and I think it's sort of like a Memento with a female lead.
Okay.
And,
tell us a little bit about. Can you tell us a little bit about that movie?
I'm allowed to say this.
Okay.
It's about a person who wakes up very far away from where they should be, a woman, and she's attempting to piece together how she got where she is and to get back to what she believes is her wedding. And all the people she encounters on the way, some nice, some not so nice, and what happens when she comes to where she thinks she's supposed to be. Very much in the same sense as the film Memento, but with a female protagonist, very well played by a woman named Brita Wool, and really well directed and edited by Beth Dewey. So I expect that it will sell. It will have a theatrical sale in the U.S., and I think it'll sell around the world. Because Beth's that good.
Okay, so. Right, exactly, and that's definitely something that we'll have to see.
Yeah,
Can you
I'm excited for it.
Tell us a little bit more about Zombie Nation, about filming that, and was it filmed in Mexico?
No, it takes place in Mexico in the second season, in the latter half of which I'm in. I'm in the 12th episode of this season.
Okay.
Asylum Productions, very good company out of LA, is the production company. Again, I've been very lucky, the kind of directors I've been working with. This is Tim Abram Cox, amazing director, amazing special effects, amazing writer, and a co-producer on the show in this second season. I think this is one of the 3 episodes he directed out of the 13 this year. Okay. In this scene, I'm working with Gina Gershon, who's my boss. We're the 2 cartel leaders. The leads in the film who are protecting a man who's been vaccinated against zombie bites has been made it to Mexico. And that's what they're attempting to do, is to protect him while they can take him to a lab where they can synthesize the vaccine and give it to everybody so no one dies and becomes a zombie. And I'm one of and what's happened, what I can say, is that the cartels have become the government in Mexico.
Okay.
And our heroes make it to Mexico and go through the wall that a president erected to keep the Mexicans out. But what it's done is it's protected the Mexicans and kept the Americans out.
And how was it portraying a cartel leader?
Well, it was kind of odd because we were shooting in Spokane, Washington 2 months ago, and to go from that world, which is very American, to being on set and working with amazing actors like Emilio Rivera and Matt DeSegno and Gina Gershon, and the lead of the TV show, Kalita Smith, who's amazing, and this great director, Abram Cox. It was very interesting because by the time we were shooting, I felt like I was in a different place, and it was believable that we were in Mexico. We had sort of a Day of the Dead theme for the episode. We were having a party for this person who'd been vaccinated. The character's name is Murphy, played brilliantly by Keith Allen. And it was a very interesting opportunity to feel like I was in a different place. It's what I love ever since The Usual Suspects some years ago when I got to work with Bryan Singer the first time.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
you have so much on your plate right now. What's up next for you? Can you give us any
well,
insight
I mentioned
there?
John Francis Sullivan is directing a film called The Lost Coast, which reminds me a bit of Sideways, the film that the great film. And there's a very famous writer who is a longtime friend who's written some major comedies and exec produced some major comedies. And if people know who that is, I can't say. And he's writing a role for me. So I have to learn a Chicago accent. I can say that.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm from the Midwest.
So, and I'm from Detroit originally.
Yeah,
so,
okay. So it shouldn't be too hard for
so
you.
that's coming up in the spring. What's happened is, I should tell you that there's a sort of a world record that I'm pursuing. And the record is to play the most characters with the same name in the history of cinema worldwide on all the continents, one in space, one underwater, and an animated character. And they're all named Berg, like B-E-R-G.
Okay.
So with the next one coming up, it'll be 22 Berg characters. And the goal is to play 50 Bergs before I take the big dirt nap.
And what and what is right now, who's holding that record? Do you know?
The record for the most roles with the same name is Blake Edwards' Doctor. When
Okay.
Blake Edwards directed 19 movies, he was very smart about putting his Dr. Stanny, S-T-A-N-E-Y, in all 19 films that he directed.
Okay.
So I've got him beat. As far as I know, I'm
Sure.
basically the
You've got it.
Yeah, I've got it. But I
let's
figure,
kill it so nobody else can.
and I've acted in Thailand, I've acted in Romania, I acted in New York, acted in San Francisco. But the goal is to have acted in more places in Asia, Africa, India,
Oh my
South
gosh.
America, maybe Antarctica, and then a few others. And that's my own personal mountain to climb. That's my
That's
Sisyphusian
amazing.
task.
What has been your favorite place to film so far?
Well, I love Thailand because I worked with a brilliant director there named Jeff Hare. You can tell I like directors.
Yeah.
So I liked Thailand, shooting in Bangkok and getting out of town into the islands, Koi Phi Phi, and in the north, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. That's beautiful. If you haven't been there, you got to go.
I have not.
Ride the elephants, go up into what's now Myanmar. But in Romania, we acted outside, 2 hours outside of Bucharest in a place called Brașov, which is near another place called Pradil, which is very close to Transylvania. So at night we heard some interesting sounds and we saw some interesting sights, but I'm not sure what I saw, so I don't talk about it. But I was in a film there called Timber Falls with the amazing Brianna Brown, who is the lead in that and has been doing really good in shows like I think Devious Maids and all these other shows.
Yes.
She's really
amazing.
She's an amazing actress, and she's going to be doing big movie things as well as all the TV she's doing. So I was in that film with her and some other really fine actors, and a first-time director then, Tony Giglio, who's now gone on to do many more things. And I've been very lucky because I also got to exec produce a film called Smoke Signals, which was the first Native American film directed by a Native American to go to Sundance and win it in 1998 in the Audience Award and the Filmmakers Trophy, and to be taken by Miramax around the world. So it's been an interesting behind-the-camera life. Well, I haven't gone out to dinner with you yet.
That's true.
So, but there's hope.
Well, it was great chatting with you today. We
Well,
know
thank
that
you for
have
having
to,
me.
You have to get going.
I have to go see Spectre at the Soho House. Yes, I do.
Good luck
Thank you.
with everything that is coming up.
Thank
and
you.
I'm looking forward to seeing all your new things you're going to be doing.
Well, please stay in touch.
Yes,
I look forward to
will.
being interviewed by you until
Yes.
whatever next iteration you become, and then
100%.
applauding you when you are that too.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
It was great meeting you.
Thank you, the
and
same.
We're going to see you back soon at the Surfing TV and Breaking Glass Picture Lounge.
Have a good night, everybody.